Hey, Luke here with the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and I've got an awesome knife making video for you guys today. This video is all about experimentation, doing things I've never seen done before, trying things I've never done before, not being afraid to fail. It's all the motto of this video, and I think you guys are going to absolutely love the results. Alright guys, I've got this awesome little piece of scrap leaf spring steel left over from a spear project. I'm just going to make a little knife out of it, man. I'm going to do some cool things, experiment a little bit. I think it's going to turn out awesome, but not overthinking it. Let's just do it. Well kids, remember, don't text and forge. I got busy text messaging somebody and melted my project right in two. Luckily, it's where I was planning on cutting it anyway, so I think it's not fatal, but maybe I should put my phone down while I'm heating. Not looking too bad, but I need to take a little break. I promised my wife I would take her out tonight, and I'm gonna do just that. But I am liking how this project's turning out.
You can't believe I'm wearing my swimming suit.
Well guys, evening has fallen and it's time to pick up where I left off. I'm gonna keep grinding on this, get the profile going, then we gotta heat treat it and get the handle on it. Well, that's not looking too bad. Let's hit it with the finer grit and see what happens. Well, now I need to get working on the handle. I'm going to make a mokume handle. Mokume is kind of like Damascus, only instead of using different types of steel, you're using copper and nickel. And so you take sheets of copper, sheets of nickel, you forge weld it into a solid block, and it makes this cool wood pattern, just like Damascus steel, except it's nickel and copper. So to do that, I'm using a stack of quarters. Quarters, modern quarters, anything after I believe 1962, has a copper center and it's coated in nickel. So here you have nice little sheets of nickel and copper. Well, that's the theory at any rate. Let's see if I can do it. Oh. So there we go. There's 6 mokume billets. Well, that looks pretty ugly, but hopefully it'll polish up well. Well guys, it's getting a little late. I need to put my kids to bed, so I'm gonna put this down for the night, but man, it doesn't look too good right now. We'll see what happens when I get it all ground out and polished up. Maybe it's salvageable, but I'm not too optimistic right now. Well guys, it's been a couple days, but I have some real concerns about this mokume handle. There are a lot of delaminations and imperfections, but I'm not done grinding it yet, so I'm gonna get it shaped, grinded, then we'll pass judgment on how it turned out. Well, that didn't turn out at all. I mean, the more I ground away at this, the more delaminations popped up. I think the problem was I didn't clean the surfaces enough. Whenever you forge weld something, you need to have very, very clean edges and clean surfaces. Otherwise, imperfections pop up. And I was sloppy with that. And so I think in theory this could work, but instead of using coins, I'd use sheets of nickel and sheets of copper. And then I would just be a lot more careful forge welding them and making sure the edges were clean. Well, I'm disappointed the mokume didn't work out, but you know what? I'm really digging on this blade, and I don't want to throw it away. I want to do something with it. So I'm going to try something funky, kind of keep with this theme of trying new things that I've never done before. And I'm going to put a kind of a funky handle on this thing and see how it turns out. Nathan, do you have a knife?
It's a black knife. Knife project.
Well, I've got the leather stacked up on the handle as tight as I can, and it's pretty wet, so I'm gonna stick it in the oven and see if we can't dry it out. Should take quite a while to get all this leather dried out because it's, you know, there's moisture deep inside there. So this may take a few days. Well, I put the handle in the oven at about 300 degrees, and that is too hot. As you can see, it burned a little bit. It's just kind of superficial, so I'm gonna cut that part off and I think it'll be okay. But I turned it down to about 170 and left it in for several hours, and that did just perfect. Then I let it dry outside the oven for a couple days, and it seems really hard and tight. And so now we're gonna try to shape the handle, and I'm curious to see how it turns out because I have never made a handle like this. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. It's coming out pretty good. It's like making Euro meat. Well, there we go. Got it shaved up. I think this is gonna work. I mean, I may not have done a good job, but this is working. I think that burning part's gonna be a little tricky. All right, guys, I'm gonna try grinding down this handle and shaping it using the belt sander, and I have no clue how that's going to affect the leather. This might go really weird on us, but let's find out. Well, it smells like burning cattle, and there's this weird leather sawdust everywhere. But check that out. That came out really nice. So that worked pretty well. I think I'm gonna put a finer grit on here and see if we can't polish it a little bit. Well, that actually worked out pretty decent. I'm pretty pleased with that. Alrighty. Well, there we go, not too shabby. All right, guys, it's been a few days, and I'm gonna keep working on the sheath here. And keeping in the theme of experimentation, I'm gonna insert a magnet inside the sheath so the knife won't come out on its own. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna use this router here, freehand, to try to carve out the space for the magnet and the knife. All right, we're just gonna let that dry. There we go, it's all dry. Now let's glue this sucker. All right, there we go. Got that all glued up. Just let the glue set and we'll be ready to rock and roll. The wood's been drying for a couple days. Let's get this shaped.
I want to.
One of the last things I need to do is get rid of this claw on the end. It's just kind of a nuisance. It's really pokey, so I'm gonna go take care of this. There we go, we even blued it a little bit on the end. Looks good.
Now, I think I'm going to polish this blade up a bit. Well guys, my experiment turned out pretty well. I like this. Really do. I really like the handle. It is so comfortable. I don't know how well it'll hold up in the rain. Maybe if I really coat it in a lot of beeswax, it'll hold up okay. But it is the most comfortable handle I've ever felt. It's really great. I think if I ever get around to making a set of carving knives, I'll make a handle out of this. It'd be perfect for carving tools. The magnet in the wood sheath is a brilliant idea. Loving this, and learned a few things here and there. Just had a great time doing this project. If you liked this project and you liked what you saw, don't forget to click subscribe to the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. We put out new videos every week.
Thanks for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more great videos from the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, don't forget to click subscribe. We put out new videos every week. And don't forget to hit that bell button so you'll get notified when we put out another great video.